Love is love. Love is love.
And so this is a secret off the menu dish. How much?
You don't want to know.
Sunday evening.
This is The Wagyu is just ridiculous. It's just like slapping around the face, ridiculous. It's like if Ferrari made a sandwich, this would be it. It is a fucking work of art, and I'm not sharing it. How does a Japanese master chef make a Wagyu Katsu Sando from scratch? Well, you're about to learn, aren't you? We're in Knightsbridge in West London, a stone's throw from Harrods. Some legit cars around here. Subscribe to the channel because you're not going to want to miss what's coming at you next week. Go on, clear off. Because you're so obsessive, you guys. Do you know what I mean? The detail, getting it right. Hey, how are you? I'm going to shake with the other hand. Okay, nice to meet you. Yeah, so don't break any more, you two.
Sauce is what I call Miso Demi Glace sauce. I got the idea from the French demi glace.
Chef Masaki takes two different types of tomato, onions and offcuts from the Wagyu and whacks them into his Josper oven to cook on a super high heat to get them caramelised, gnarly and beautiful. Next up, the Wagyu goes into a pan with some tomato puree and most importantly, he cooks it off for 2 or 3 minutes. Then it's in with the onions and the tomatoes and he stews those down for 5 or 10 minutes. Then it's time to add the dark Haccho-miso, honey, Tamari soy, sake, Mirin and Kombu into the mix.
So now we're going to simmer this one, gently simmer for 2 hours. So this is after 2 hours. Now we're going to plate it and then pass through one. And then we're going to finally just adjust the consistency and the seasoning.
In Japan, they call it milk bread. We're going to start with the T45 flour or white flour, the soba that we're going to grind as a fine powder, together with the sugar. This recipe is very like a brioche. The sides come clean. Add the salt now. Once you added the salt, you want to work the dough 2-3 minutes. Slowly, the interaction, the friction with the flour is gonna create the gluten network. The reason you add the butter halfway is because you want some kind of gluten network already done, so the butter gets trapped into the dough.
Create the gluten structure like a net.
Yeah.
To catch the butter to keep all the fat.
Exactly. The goal is afterwards to catch the air bubble. So when it grows, if we didn't have the gluten, the air bubble will be released. Yeah, it will just be released. Yeah.
When the dough's done, it's tacky to the touch. He sets it aside for 2 hours to prove, and then when it comes back, we need to knock the air out of it and cut it into 3 loaves. They're flattened, rolled once one way, twice a second way, and then into the bread tin. We're almost there. Now this needs to be proofed for a couple of hours in a warm place, and you know when it's ready to bake when you can see the dough touching the top of the lid.
How much?
You don't want to know.
This piece is about 500 pounds. And then this marble fat is the key of this Wagyu beef.
Yeah.
The temperature they start to render is a lot lower than the usual beef.
Yeah. Right, so what are we doing first, chef?
Okay, so first of all, don't mess it up.
Okay, so
Yeah. You feel the part you are touching is already start to rendering.
Yeah, exactly. You feel it immediately, don't you?
The thing is that we want to keep the juiciness and then the flavor of the pata as it is. If you overcook the Wagyu beef, it's going to squeeze out and then you lose all the good parts. So you don't want to cook it, so you saute it gently, 52 degrees for 1 hour. Lightly, you deep fry it with a high temperature oil around 190 degrees, just quickly. So now it's steamed, so extremely moist, and what we want now is to create the texture. Only one side we're gonna make it crispy. These cutlets to go into the sauce.
Sexy. That's what we call sexy.
Dijon mustard needs to be applied, and then you put it in between the bread, and then you press it together to let the juice soak into the bread.
Everybody's waiting for this moment.
It's very sexy.
Proud of myself.
Yeah, you should be, huh? It's a secret off-the-menu dish.
Exactly.
It's quite time consuming to do during the service.
Yeah.
As you experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thursday, Friday, Saturday evening. So
So it's secret.
So the bread is toasty on the outside. It's really thick cut, and you can see how it's just completely absorbed the sauce. The level of crunchiness on the outside is sensational, but then you can just see the level of springy pillowness in the bread. It just feels like a heavenly meaty cube of like food busker happiness. Fucking hell. I know a lot of you are thinking at the moment, how did I get this job? Is it the best job in the world? Do I deserve it? Sorry, what was the question again? It is so gumptious. Normally when you cook beef, you try to get a sear on it, be it roasting or in a pan, because that's what brings that sort of umami caramelization, which we just love with beef. But chef's not done that, he's sous vide it. So he's needed to get that, and the way he's done that is in a couple of ways. The first one is he's put it in the sauce. It reminds me of that happy place that you get when you've got a beautiful tomato sauce or something like that, and you just use bread to clean your plate with it or to go into the pot. Blanket, duvet, umami feeling where you're just like enveloped in it and just like, I feel safe and happy. And then the second place is that normally you have a katsu sando with milk bread, yeah? Well, this is milk bread, but he's put extra flavour in there by using buckwheat, and not just regular buckwheat, roasted buckwheat, which is what you make the tea with. And that roastedness comes through and you get this structure of umami, and then he toasts the outside and that adds to it. And often with sandwiches, you put all these different ingredients together and they remain different in the sandwich. With this, there's some really clever pieces of technique that enable it to come together as one beautiful dish. By pressing it down, what that's done is it's enabled all the ingredients to just get to know each other, you know what I mean? And it's like the sauce has been forced into that moist bread that was steamed, so the bread's receptive to receiving this hot sauce. It's that sort of thinking that delivers great food. It's like if Ferrari made a sandwich, this would be it. It's the sauce that I think personally is the real genius, because it brings everything together on its own. You just want to dip toasted bread in it. It's just so gumptious, It's fucking brilliant. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. The Wagyu is just ridiculous. It's just like slap you around the face, ridiculous. The sauce though, the sauce is like bonkers. The sauce is kind of like the thing. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just
That's
like
my concept, yeah, to be honest.
and it's your technique to soak it in the you know what I mean? It's like make sure the bread's crispy on the outside but moist on the inside. Squeeze it so the sauce goes into it. So then it just becomes, you know how sandwiches can be like the bread's not part of, you know what I mean? No.
This is not the case.
No. It is not the case. It is not the case. And then that hint of mustard just coming through, like it's a fucking work of art. And I'm like, it's like being in a scrum in rugby. You go, what is going on? But you're like, oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Thank you.
It's a massive triumph, and you should be. And I'm not sharing it.
Take care of it. Take care of it.
It's so good, chef.
Love is
Thank you
love.
so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Love
so
is
much.
love. I need, yo.